first year of high school, I was taking Parks and Rec Department classes, and I really respected my coach that I was working with, and I was like, I don't know, I want to do a spring sport, but I don't know what to do, and I don't really love running. And he said, well, gymnasts make good pole vaulters. I was like, I had never heard of pole vaulting, but if I only have to run 80 feet, that sounds like a good deal to me. My freshman year of high school in pole vaulting was really fun, and I was mediocre at best. And then the next year, all of the technique clicked. I was really fortunate to have a good pole vault coach in high school, and then good coaches surrounding me when going to camps and other schools. And one of the coolest things about pole vault as an event, you're really just competing against yourself, and everyone is cheering for each other, and I really developed a love for the sport. When looking at going to college, I knew that my body wasn't going to withstand gymnastics, but I thought pole vaulting was more prevalent at colleges as an option, and I wanted to do something active. I knew I wanted to go to school for physical therapy, and I wanted to stay close to home and do track. It turns out that Carroll checked all the boxes. My family was super supportive of everything that I did. So between my high school and college careers, I think one of my parents missed one of my meets, which I think is pretty incredible considering in our conference there were some schools 5 hours away.
We met at a pole vault camp. She was a spark plug of an athlete, technically sound, was just good and consistent. And then when I saw that she was interested in Carroll to be a physical therapist, I got excited and really looked forward for the opportunity of being able to coach her. Of course, it really took off then when she came here as a freshman, and at that point I was her pole vault coach, and so we spent 4 years together.
I give Coach T a ton of credit because by trade he's a distance coach. I really look up to him for how much effort he put into learning the technical pieces of pole vault and developing such a keen eye. I learned a lot from him, and I could really trust him to help me make good decisions in the moment. Especially it's hard as an athlete because you just want someone to have the answer because you only get a couple attempts, and if you don't make that height, that's it. I really appreciated that he'd be able to watch me take an attempt and then identify something really small that made all the difference. My favorite memory in my pole vaulting career was the day I made my personal best. It was Midwest Private College Championship meet that Carroll hosted.
The weather wasn't great, so we moved pole vault from outside to inside in the Van Male, but the theater department had a outdoor gathering too, and they moved it to Van Male also. So on the one end of the field house was this gathering, and then we had a pole vault runway at Matt set up in the middle of the court.
So I was getting ready to take my attempt at 13 feet and a quarter, and I remember them measuring because it would be the school record.
And it was cool as she jumped her 13 feet and a quarter inch, the music picked up her tempo, and everything just timed out right, and everybody just watched and was in awe.
Went up and I went over the bar and I cleared it, and we're all, celebrating, and that was amazing. And when I went back and watched the video, it was really cool because the band was actually crescendoing as I was going over the bar, so it made it feel that much more epic. Even though the rest of the meet didn't happen, I was so lucky to have gotten the opportunity to vault that day, because that was it.
Becca gave back after she was done competing. She gave back. She coached for a couple of years with me. I always knew they were being taught well, were being looked after well. I got the opportunity to coach the next generation of pole vaulters. It was such a great group of
of athletes that I got the chance to work with, and I loved the opportunity to be involved, sharing my love of the sport. I'm really proud of the accomplishments I was able to make through school and in track in college. It was a really great time in my life, and I think it's a good challenge to balance the demands of school and the demands of participating in college level athletics. And I also got the opportunity to compete alongside with a number of amazing athletes at Carroll. So I'm honored to be included among that group of people.
Congratulations on making it into the Carroll University Hall of Fame.